There we go. All right, so the Hangout is now on live through the air. And I'm going to make sure you guys have the link to the main the pad for the session here. I'll send that through the Skype as well. Cool. Great. And I'm going to make sure you guys have the
so this is
link to
this is actually the broadcast itself.
I'll send
so
that
I need to turn
Skype
the actual
as well.
broadcast, which is this one here. So it's pause it. So you can see that it's actually presenting live online. The cool thing about this, though, is you actually can see if people are watching, and then they can make comments here if people have questions and comments. So it is important to be checking on that as well. So Abdul, the next step after getting on the conference call is getting onto the actual Google. Did I send it to you? Yeah, the Google Hangout. Let me make sure I have it right. So this is the live Google Hangout. I'm going to put this onto the Ceres session. So you can see the YouTube recording here, and then also you have the live Google Hangout session link, and I'll send that to you guys again. Alright, so this would be here. So the main purpose of getting on the live Google Hangout session, if you're, oops, yeah, I can send both of them, sent it again, is mainly just to be able to see my screen. So that's where you'll be able to actually see my screen and see what is going on. Cool. So this is perfect. All right. So we are actually doing pretty well. See me here, it's better. Mohammed, are you still there? Mohammed?
Yes.
Mohammed left the call. So I'm going to go, wait, what's going on? Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this one for now, because it's just me on here. So and you're on the other Hangout now? Yes, Mohammed's there. Perfect. Okay, so this one, put back over here. Okay. So Mohammed, you can hear me still?
Yes.
So I believe we're getting a little bit of echo. We're always going to get some type of echo. The echo over time. But the main thing that I do to improve the echo is to call out on the phone and use the actual phone connection. So I might do that at some point if the echo gets really bad, which we will fix in a little bit. So let me just go over the next step here, which is the session. Here we go. So the setup, we did the connecting the live recording, and then we did the recordings. The facilitation would just be myself for now. But in the future, we can do either group facilitation. There's only 3 of us for now. And then we start doing introductions. So we could do quick introductions, and then part of the desired outcomes is to make sure that we're all able to vote in the elections to prioritize the different projects that we're working on and movements. And we'll go into that in a little bit. But let's start with Mohammed. Or I guess I can check in first, just to give you an example of what the check-in would be. And so this will just be like a brief introductory check-in, and then we'll go into a little bit more into like details, more details. Okay, I'm in California. I've been working on this project for about, I don't know, 3 to 5 years, and we're just barely getting started with some of the launching. But it is still difficult, getting this out to the world and getting more people involved. But over time, we'll learn how to be better at online communications and collaboration. From there, it is really great to meet you guys and connect, and I'm looking forward to learning more and seeing if we can work on future goals. And I'm excited to introduce the video. Okay, so from there, what we do is we always say how we're feeling between 1 and 9. And I would give myself a, I don't know, 7.5. And just talk slower, because we can always. Mohammed, did you want to do a quick check-in? Mohammed, are you still there? Can you hear me, Mohammed?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, do you want to check in?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, just say who you are, what you're doing. Can you? Do you want to just introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, so just introduce yourself. Say how you're doing and where you are and how you're feeling between 1 and 0 and 9.
Okay. I'm Mohammed Abdul Hanan. I am in Bangladesh. I stay in Khulna, in the district of Bangladesh. That's all.
Muted.
Keep going.
Yes.
Yes.
Continue.
Hello.
Doing between 0 and 9? Or 1 and 9?
Sorry, I don't understand. Please tell me again.
Yeah, so it's kind of like our feeling is how we're doing right now. Like you might be tired since it's probably the middle of the night in Bangladesh, but it's how you're doing between 1 and 9. For example, like I'm about a 7.5. I feel pretty good, but not perfect right now. We try to just get a gauge of how everybody who's participating is doing. So Mohammed, did you 1 and 9, like how you're personally feeling right now? Are you
Yes.
tired at all, or?
Yes.
So just like it could be a 5 or a 6 or 7. So you're kind of like so. Do you understand the idea of how you're feeling?
No, I don't understand. Please tell me again.
Wellness. Do you understand wellness? Health, like how you're feeling between 1 and 9. So you just want to choose a number between 1 and 9 of how tired you are.
Yes, I am feeling better.
You're feeling better.
Yes.
Cool. So do you want to choose a number between 1 and 9 of how you're feeling? Or how tired you are? So if you're very tired, it would be like a 1, a 2, or 3, and if you're feeling pretty awake and alert, that would be a
Yes.
7, 8, or 9.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah. So you just want to choose one number.
Uh,
How you're feeling in your.
Number 5.
You're about a 5. Cool.
Yes.
So we always do that every time. We always have our participants choose a number, and then that has to do with where we are as far as our decision making. Because if people aren't feeling very well, we're not making as good of decisions. Cool. So that was a good start. Let's see if we can get Abdul. So Abdul, can you hear us?
Yes.
So yeah, just introduce yourself, your name, where you are, and how you're feeling between 1 and 9.
Hello.
Hi, we can hear you.
Hello, everybody. I am Mohammad Abdul Hanan. I am in Khulna in the district of Bangladesh, and I am feeling better. And the number choose to 7.
Say the number again.
Number 7.
You're 7? Cool.
Yes.
Good. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can call in here real quick and see if that helps with echo. And then the next step will be going into some of our outcomes for our session.
Provided in high definition on freeconferencecallhd.com. Access code accepted. There are 2 participants in this conference. This conference is being recorded. Please announce yourself.
Okay. So hopefully that helps a little bit. We'll get rid of this and see if that can reduce some of the echoing. Great. Okay, so back to our desired outcomes. So the desired outcomes of every session just sort of have to do with our goals that we want to meet. The first part here would be just to learn about the new people from around the world and getting more details about your goals and what you're interested in, etc., etc. When time tracker open. Hi, please tell me when time tracker open. Time tracker open. Is there something I need to do for the time tracking?
It's
already tracking your time, but I will double check just to make sure. So if I go to up here, oh, you know what? There was this one odd thing about it. Here, desktop storage enabled browser. We don't need to worry about that. So there's one odd thing here about this that I noticed was that it said something about this. The thing starting tomorrow on Monday. So if you view the start, see how it starts January 4th? See how it says starts January 4th? Because it's on a Saturday, it won't let it start until Monday. Does that make sense? Anyways, I can always just pay you guys for do PayPal or whatever as needed. We basically, like, you know, obviously we offer stipends and everything for people who otherwise wouldn't be able to be involved in general, because it's just important to ensure that as many people can get involved as possible. So we can you know, pay people as however they want to be paid. So regardless of whether it would be PayPal or through Up. Do you guys understand, or do you have any other questions? Can you hear me? So does that sound good? You guys understand? Do you have any questions about that? You guys hear me? Abdul? Mohammed, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. So do you understand the idea about Monday, or if you guys can want to do PayPal or something earlier, that's fine?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So we can deal with that. But one thing I want to mention here when we're doing notes, and it's very important here. Let me see if you guys are on here. Full Windows sidebar. So we have one of you guys on here. I'm not sure which one it is, but you can let me know if you're on here. So this is the session here, and this is where we would be taking notes. So the notes go down here. We did brief introductions. We would actually take notes on each person and what's going on. And now we're doing desired outcomes. So mentioned details on Upwork. So this is where we take the notes, and this is where I would need the most help in with doing the notes and staffing the session. And then the other component important to note is that if we're talking about something and then it comes up, but we don't, we want to remember it for the future, it would go here in next steps. So this would be next steps from last session. And then so the new next step would be Monday work session start. So we want to make sure that this is fixed for next time when we do the contracts to start the day before or 2 days before. Yeah. So we want to make sure, and then also we could do PayPal, etc. Just general getting people paid. Cool. Awesome. All right. So going back into the desired outcomes, and texting is definitely a good way. Let's say we have 5, 10 people on the call. Writing a message, or there's also, see here. So this is the other session here. There's also here people can write in messages if they're watching. And also we want to go over how to link to our websites and everything for people who watch this video in the future. Make sure people can connect to our communications and website. So let's go over that real quick, and then we want to do more details of people's individual lives, and then the general context of our goals for the community network. So this is basically to prioritize and have agreements on our priorities. So just to go over this, right here, this is our round 2 voting. I'm not sure if it's easy to translate it, but we definitely want to work on translation. This is another detail that goes in our next steps. So this would be, what we'll put up here, translations. All right, so I'm going to go to Skype here. I'm sending you guys the links for, this is the round 2 voting. And this is something that you should be able to do kind of while we're talking and over the course of the session, and we should be okay with that. So let's see here. I'll show you what that looks like real quick. This is the old one, so let's put it here. So this is the round 2 for the Ceres community elections, and this is where everyone votes. This is one of the main things that we're doing, is we're trying to get the public to be involved. I'm sure you guys know more or less how social media works, Facebook, and
Facebook and Twitter, etc. So we do a lot of social outreach and just get people to vote to help prioritize all the different movements and community activities going on. So the question is whether or not it would be possible to translate this form into another language. Let's see. And just to let you guys know, when we come up to different activities, we can spend a little time on them. We're not in any particular hurry. We don't have like 20 people on the call, so this is more of a, how would you say, like a work session. And as you guys learn how these different systems work, you'll be able to do some of them on your own. And please do let me know if I should talk slower, because I can start talking really fast. All right, let's see here. So this would be translate a Google form to another language. How to translate Google Forms to another language?
I'm going to show you a really neat extension from Chrome that allows you to translate web pages and also Google Forms into a different language. So here I just have a regular form that was created, and I'm going to go up to my extension. This one is called Google Translate, which is very simple. People have.
So basically what they're saying is you can go to Google Chrome, add in Google Chrome, Google Translate. Plug in for Chrome. Google Translate Chrome Web Store. Google Translate, add to Chrome. Google Read for Interpretation, add extension. Google Translate, okay. Related. Google Translate has been added to Chrome. See it right here? You guys see that? Do you guys have Google Chrome? So if I go to this form here, to the Ceres election, and I want to translate into Bangladesh, terrible, Bangladesh to English. So English to Bangladesh. Translate this page. Is it going to work? So translated to Bengali. There it is. Voila. Okay, so do you guys see how that works?
Yes.
So you guys should try to do this now. Do you guys each have, do you have Google Chrome on your computer? Do you guys have Google Chrome on your computer?
Yes, yes.
You do? All right. So yeah. So it's just a matter of downloading the Google Translate button, and then you should be able to translate this form that I just sent you into Bengali, which might help you. Obviously, you can do it in English as well. But anyway, so this is something you guys can be doing while we're chatting and going through this. And this should be pretty simple. I mean, some of the categories would be like peace, for example. So it should be reasonably doable. And Abdul, were you able to see how to get the Google Translate working? Abdul? Are you still there, Abdul? Yeah.
No.
Over there. Cool, I can hear you. So were you able to figure out the Google Translate? Abdul?
Yes.
were you able to figure out the Google Translate?
This is not add in my Google Chrome. Please tell me about how to add this.
Great, yeah, I'll go through it again, no problem. Sweet. So let's see here. So I went to the Google Chrome store. So this is the, can you see my screen, Abdul? Abdul, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you're going to the Google Chrome store. This is a terrible example. So let's go back. See what I did here. Yeah. Okay, so I searched in Google, add Google Translate plugin for Chrome. Whoops. So let's write this over to use this Abdul. So I search on Google for a Google Translate button for Chrome. And obviously you can search in Bengali if you want. And so then you have Google Translate, Chrome Web Store is the first one right at the top. And then you would just push the Add to Chrome button. And this will allow you to translate the form into whatever language that you want to do. Obviously, you guys probably would prefer Bengali over some of the other languages. Cool. Does that make sense, Abdul? Sometimes I wonder if it takes a lot of time for talking to get to the other side of the world. Anyways. So Abdul, were you able to see how to get to Google Chrome?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. First task here while we're chatting is to actually fill out this particular form. And I'll go through it a little bit, put it back in English. This is the Ceres community elections. This is a round 2, so it's actually simplified from the first round to go faster. You can put your name, your code could just be live session. You got these. And the goal of prioritizing the movements and this different topics is to help us focus our efforts, since we're unifying like all these different movements. And so we're doing community actions. So the top 10 current movements that we're working with are the peace movement, the Real to Rock Now, Takes the Streets for Revolution. Unity, it's us, right? This is unity movement a little bit, but basically it's uniting all the different movements together. Feminism, women's rights, cannabis, this would be medical marijuana, and other hemp initiatives. Cooperatives is a cooperative where you have worker-owned cooperatives. Politics, Black Lives Matter, to be civil rights, social justice. Umbrella Truth Movement. Basic life necessities, influence. This one definitely is an important one that comes up a lot. So to move on, you just continue to vote on the next thing, and you just prioritize all these from 0 to 9. 6, 7, 8, these would be yes votes. 9 would be congruency. If I push next, you can see the next 10 movements. And if I push next again, I believe there are another 10 movements here. So there's 30 movements to choose from. From there, you get to the community elections where we overlap some of the Unity network with the broader community network that we're working on. So one of our top projects right now is Project Ambassador. This is the community network, which is kind of what the broader network is that we're working on. This is the election system, is what we're doing right now. The People's Parallel Governance is where we're creating a whole new governance system based on people with no lobbyists, no big money interests, no corporate interests, no career politicians. And we're just trying to get people represented. So you guys can also become representatives if you're interested. Sponsorship is where we sponsor companies, organizations, nonprofits. Life support is like more personal life support. And the World Collaborative Transformative Community is pretty self-explanatory. And then candidacy, we're also doing a book for wellness. So those are some of our general elections for the overlap, for the community elections. And then we have the unity elections here. And these are our main unity programs and projects. So you have Unity Day, which is our annual, oh boy, let's try again. Huh. I don't know why the Unity poster didn't work, but oh, because it's number 1, of course. So here's our Unity Day poster that we're working on. The first Unity Day would be 2017. So this would be October, I believe it's actually 14th, 2017. I need to fix that. So, the goal is uniting fair pay, clean water, equality, all these different things. And this would be a global activity across the world. Most places it's totally legal to be protesting, but we want to keep everything 100% legal. We want it family oriented. Unity Day is family friendly, safe for children, elderly, women. So they're really important to find out what's legal in different areas and make sure whatever we are doing will be with the rights of the local citizens. So this is the main event that we're organizing that crosses any potential gray areas of legality in certain areas of the world. So I think, and that's not until 2017, October 2017. Unity Day, Unity Flag, Unity our core global team, which is what we're building right now. Unity methodology, Unity fundraising, etc. So the last one is just our internal voting. This includes our board admin coordination, our session support, which relates to this, our finances and budgeting, worker volunteer coordination, fundraising, crowdfunding, targeted financing and grants, amazing recruitment, communication. So again, you want to just do your best to prioritize all of these. I also want to make sure that we are inviting other people to vote as well. Because this is level 2. Okay, round 2. So yeah, just take your time with that. We have as much time as you guys want here. And anytime you guys want to hit this hack, you can simply let us know and check out. So round 2 here of the voting, I'm going to go ahead and email to some of our other wonderful friends. I know you aren't particularly brand new, you don't know anyone else who is working with us, but I'll let you know briefly. So we have Zilu, who is actually in Bangladesh as well. We have Claudia, who is in Peru, that would be South America. We've got Brenda, who is in Kenya, she's in Africa. Kister, let's see, Mukabi, I know, right? Claudia. All right, well, here we go. This is Kister. She's really cool as well. Oh, and there's also Jorge. He just emailed me recently. Jorge. So Jorge's in Mexico. Okay, so we have people around the world. Round to voting. So the thing to think about when we're doing these sessions is that we have, the group of people who are doing the session with, and then we have people all over the world that are going to be voting on the proposals. So I can write here, so voting. Oops, definitely wrong. Let me get here, so no. So are you guys following me pretty good, or should I repeat any of this? You guys still there, Mohammed? Abdul?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, cool. Yeah, it helps just to get some back and forth going on. So I'm just sending this to all of our people. This is just the beginning of some of the people who have been actively involved recently. And of course, there are other people involved. Those are just the people who have been the most actively involved. So just to make sure we get some more people who are voting, along with the three of us, and I'm going to be voting as well. So let's do a little bit more another round of details, another round of and we'll do a little intro. I kind of went over like the basics of the Unity network, but I'll go over it again just to make sure it's clear. We're using basic principles of community, sustainability, social rights, equality, evolving democracy to basically improve the user experience of the world, people who are in the world, and making sure people have basic life necessities, making sure people have opportunities for advancement. So these are just like some of the basic principles, and the way that we're doing this is through networking and collaboration between as many people and movements as possible by uniting people in social movements. So that's basically the goals. We're looking very long term. Most of everything we're talking about today is kind of a 2-year timeline because the Ceres session happens once every 2 years. And I'll go over more details, but we'll see if you guys have any particular question about the Unity network component of it. But I feel like that's pretty much the basics. I'll show you our website. So if you go to the Unity network, this is our Unity flag. So this has different symbols of the different movements that we're working to unite. People can actually vote on the Unity flag by clicking on here, and so everything's interactive. And you can vote on any component. You can see here people can vote on the different flags and symbols by just clicking on them, and then this actually creates our primary logo for the entire network. So in that context, here, our sentence that we use here is that we collaborate and unite people's movements towards societal transformation. We use primarily grassroots activism and utilizing technological advancement, including communicating with people and using YouTube and all that stuff. These are the primary crises that we're facing, and the goal is to find communal, collaborative, root solutions so we can solve many different problems and crises at once and improve the experience of the planet. And some of the ways we're doing this is with the community elections, interactive, direct democracy. We are went over the Unity flag. The Unity Day is direct participation in telling people that it's time to unite. The People's Parallel Congress is our representative model of democracy because we're doing a democratic trilogy. We want direct democracy, super democracy, and representative democracy all in balance, and then evolve to ideocracy. Anyone can input any idea. And the People's Parallel Congress is a way that people can communicate, connect. So the last thing I'll mention on that is that representatives also can connect through our project ambassador, which is basically doing interviews with people around the world to give their perspective from their own community perspective on how to improve upon our user experience of the world and to help solve some of the greatest challenges of our society. All of this gets inputted into the comprehensive plan. So all the input that we get, all the prioritizing we get, all gets inputted into the actual plan, and that's part of why we're voting on all these different areas to actually create what are the top priorities for the plan. Peek about the plan here, but we're going to be going over this in detail. So the series, this is the first series plan, this is our first series election. It goes over priorities. Here you can do the round 1, round 2 voting, and here are some of the current top priorities, but these will get even more condensed as we do more voting. So I think that's a good, just general, basic overview of the Unity Network. Obviously, we're doing a lot, but it will become simpler and more understandable, especially as we break multiple languages and doing translations. So I think that's good. Let's see if there's any questions. Mohammed, do you have any question right now? Mohammed, do you have any questions? Uh-oh, I can't hear you. I think maybe you muted. Do you want to try again, Mohammed? I couldn't hear you. What's this? Mute microphone. No, you're not muted. I can't hear you, Mohammed. You could try calling into the other call line, with the voice over IP, or you could text. If you have a question, you can write it on a text with the Skype. Yeah, we always try to have as many different communication options as possible, since it's for things to break. So we have text, we have voice over IP, we've got the Google Hangouts, we have the Skype. I'm listening. Great. Do you have any questions? And then Abdul, do you have any questions? Also, yes, question. Cool. So we'll see what the question is. Also, we want to do some time trials. Another thing that you guys can help out with when in these sessions is our time, because we want to take a break after the first hour. So in about 15 minutes, we would want to take a break. If we want to. So what's your question? Abdul, do you have any questions?
No, thanks.
None? Okay, great. That's fine. Work what level of people? I am work what level of people? Don't understand. So I am work what level of people? How many people are involved? How many people? Okay. So I don't have this written down, but I need to write it down. So if we go here, the people who are involved would be under our assets and resources for the network. We have these are the different entities that we're connecting and networking with, and then these are different app source and resources. So technically it would be a resource, the people who are involved. This would include our client owners, is it local, community, urban? Yeah, all over the place. So this would also include our workers, advisors, and contacts. So this is mainly what we're talking about here. So we have external collaborators, workers, advisors, and contacts. I know, that's our budgets. Look at the points here. This is a really great question because this is something that we've been needing to go over as well. So obviously I'm not going to be able to do both here, but let's think about, start with active workers. We have about no more than 5 to 10 in our core team, right? And so we're trying to grow our global team to a solid 10 people. That would be our goal. This would be both volunteers and staff. Paid staff obviously costs a lot of money, but that's okay. So in addition to this, we have what are called sponsored projects. Sponsored projects. So within our sponsored projects, we have about 25 people who are collaborating on various projects and companies. So another way to think about that is our total estimated budget for the year is $75,000. So currently in our reserves we have for actual cast funds we have $21,000. In our core admin budgets we only have about $4,000 to $7,000, which we can go over more details. But you can see here in our detailed budgets some of our different projects. So for example, this project got $2,000. It's about 10 to 100 people involved with that. This is one of our biggest projects, the Storytellers, and they have all of the details. They probably have like 5 people involved. Spark Poetry is another art program, and most of this happens in California. So, and they are, or the San Francisco Bay Area. They have about $3,000. So anyways, you can see that there are different projects involved, and we're going to go through all of this in detail. This is the series plan. Actually, it's technically the series plan. This is all linked off of the main session pad that we're using here, and this is the pad that we should all be on to help take notes. This is the session pad, if you're not on it already. So you can see here the link is right here for the overall series plan. Cool. So anyways, that was just the people who are involved in some of the different programs and activities that we have. In addition to this, our advisor network is probably about 20 plus people. Active advisors are only about 5 people, maybe. So a lot of this, we have about 10,000 good emails for interested people, and then we probably have over 100,000 emails, and most are old or broken. Our social media is pretty small, maybe like 10,000 to 20,000 likes, etc. Our biggest one is Occupy California, which has 8,500 likes. So this could be like, our social media presence could be 25,000 likes plus. But then we have a greater next, so this would be our external collaborators, social networks of over, I would say 250,000 likes followers. And this could be much more than that, but clients, members, donors, this is pretty low. 1 to 5 people. Yeah. So the biggest problem here, though, is even though we have
social media likes, we have emails. We don't have the staff power to actually connect to all of these. So if you think about this, we have 10,000 separated emails. They're not all conjoined into a single database that we can just push a button and email them all. In addition to that, we probably have over 10 to 20 social media accounts. This would be hundreds of accounts. So in that context, it's very dispersed. Like our network of potential contacts is huge, but the actual people that we're connected to is a lot smaller. So would you say, let's say, actual people we are actively communicating with would probably be in the hundreds range, so maybe like 250 to 500 people. Clients, donors is very small. Potential or / past donor / clients would be 10 to 20. Goal is to get many donors. Although we do have some grants, so grants coming into our projects. So grants, grant foundations. Advisors, that's good. Workers, that's good. Cool. So that's pretty much it. So the hardest part, of course, is getting all of these different people synchronized and collaborating at the right time to be on the conference calls. That is been extremely difficult. That's part of what I would need more help with. Again, we haven't even launched yet. We're still in pre-launch mode. So once we launch is when we're actually engaging and really pushing a lot of these contacts. Cool. So I think we're good on that. Any other questions? All right. So let's go back to our next section here, which would be to do another round of details on ourselves. So I'm going to copy this down here and try to take a little bit more notes and see if we can get more details. So I'll start with myself again. So my background is sustainability. I went to UC Santa Cruz for work. I got really involved in politics and sustainability, implementing sustainability on our campus through the UC Regents and the Office of the President. And we shifted billions of dollars into green buildings, to renewable energy, lots of really, really cool. It goes slower. Okay, yes, talking slower is very important. So just to repeat what I said in general context, that my background is sustainability. I got involved in sustainability at the University of California, Santa Cruz. And what I did, I got involved in political movement to push the leaders of the university, as well as the Board of Regents, to really get people involved in applying sustainability principles to the universities. So this was across the entire state of California. We pushed the UC Regents for one of the most comprehensive sustainability policies for the environment, and this actually utilized the ability to transfer billions of dollars of resources from old building practices to green building practices to renewable energy, as well as green purchasing, and the list goes on and on and on. So that's kind of my background. From there, I got involved in more broader community collaborative processes. I see sustainability as one of the biggest chunks of the pie, but it's just one component to really seeing our transformation as a society towards a balanced and a more user-friendly experience for people and humans on the planet. From there, I also simultaneously got really involved in yoga, meditation, connecting with the earth, a lot of different nature, hiking, all that kind of stuff. So I'm very into interconnecting both spirituality as well as movements and people power. And from there, I guess the only other one thing I wanted to mention was, obviously I got it really involved primarily in the global levels of communication with Take Back the Streets and Real Democracia, Real Democracy Now. Real Democracia, yeah. So all of that was really good. Your face looks like a pure lead up to it. Yeah. Well, I do run for office. I'm running for office on low money campaigns, trying to get money out of politics, and I will continue to run for office. This year is the 2016 election, so the big hype is all the presidential hoo-ha with Hillary and Sanders and Trump. There is a lot going on in the local levels. We really need help with communicating and contacting a lot of the people who are running on low money and no money campaigns. So we should be able to connect with hundreds, if not thousands, of people across the United States. And as elections evolve in other countries, we should be able to connect with them as well. And this is all part of our parallel governance process, which we'll talk more about later. So anyways, this is where we would need help taking notes. I guess you guys aren't on here, but this is one of the most important things that you guys can help out with, is making sure that you get on this pad here and help take notes. So like when I'm talking, we'd want to take notes here. So Jay introduced his background of sustainability. And occupy. Cool. So who wants Mohammed or Abdul? And then we'll take a break.
Okay, thanks.
Is that you, Abdul?
Yes.
Yeah, so just give us some more of your background. Did you go to school? Are you currently going to school? How old you are? What you do for work and difficulties in your life. Anything. Just your background. Who is Abdul? I'll try again. So Abdul, we want you to share your, then we'll do you, Mohammed, but let's see if Abdul is able to respond. So just your background, Abdul. Where are you from? What did you used to do? Or what do you do? Or what are you passionate about, excited about? Oh, you there? All right. Well, we can try you. If you want to give it a try, but last time your voice wasn't working. Are you able to get your voice working again? Still can't hear you. You gotta try to do the voice over IP, or well, I don't know. Don't ask me, man. This tech stuff is all crazy. We do a lot of times where you can just type, so you would just type your response of your background, and it takes a little longer than just sharing it. But if we can't get your voice the other way, then that is an option.
So your family background is Zia? Not quite sure exactly what that is, but it's okay. And Abdul, if you're able to input anything on your background, that would be very helpful as well. Ooh, here you go, Abdul. I got something. All right, so Abdul is an engineer from the fourth year student in engineering. I'm assuming that would be like computer engineering, but I can give more detail on that. You're studying at Kauna University. Engineering technology, excellent. That is very exciting. Thank you. The other question would be, how would you want to apply it? What are your goals? So with Mohammed, we have you completed your graduation in business administration. Very cool. Do you have any goals like to start business or National University of Bangladesh? Very cool. Oh, and you speak really great English. Abdul, you're a little more shy, but your English is still good. But Mohammed, you've been speaking really good English as well. So yeah, if you guys have any interest in starting a business or any particular company, that would be cool to know, or like what your goals would be, because we do a lot of helping people with that. And so kind of like where you're trying to get to in your life, and then we'd be good. Working in an educational institution. Nice. Because I'm interested for this type of work. Well, yeah, getting. I myself am applying to a lot of different educational institution jobs as well. I've been applying to primarily University of Santa Cruz, as well as other locations. Assistant accountant, very cool. I'll give you guys a minute or so if you want to add anything, but I think this is a good place to take a pause. Thanks. That's definitely hard to deal with. Do you remember him? Do you? It says that your father had passed away when you were just 6 years old, which was really early. So I guess that would mean that you grew up with your mom. Has that been difficult for you, or you think it helps make you stronger? Or we all have our things that we're dealing with, but that's certainly a difficult one. I'm 35 now, but both my parents are alive, but I've lost all of my grandparents, which is sad. But it is difficult when you don't really remember what was going on very well. I am Zia. I'm not sure what the I am Zia is about, but we definitely are best to work with people all over the world, which is why we're excited about working with you from villages and places. I know it's hard to believe, but people are struggling everywhere. I myself, even though I'm here in the United States, it's like just because you're making more money means that there is more money around, but everything's more expensive, so we're all struggling here too. And so that's why we all need to work together from everywhere in the world, bring our different experiences together to help each other. So hopefully I'm able to help you. Hopefully you can help me, and we can collaborate in some of our life support teams. And I'll talk about that for a minute now, and then we can take a break here. But let's see here. So if I go to community, so our primary nonprofit network is called the Community Life Network. And the centerpiece is without struggle exactly. Yes, we are all here to live and understand our community, our abilities. So the life support program is to help us with our struggles so that we can overcome them easier. And basically, we're going to be creating all these different life support teams. This is a voluntary program, so it wouldn't be part of our staff support except for supporting the overall program. But basically, the goal is to create new ways of supporting each other through life support teams. And we'll be hopefully launching this in the near future and doing open support teams. But we already have a couple that have been started. But the main thing is getting people buddies. And just so you guys know, the two of you are definitely buddies. Oh yeah, there we go. Yes, great. So Abdul says that my goal is to be a good engineer and to support helpless people. So that is definitely what we're all here to help out with, is to build a network where we can help people all across the world. It's a lot easier said than done, but I feel that by spreading love and spreading the vision of how we can help support each other will do a lot in and of itself. But eventually we have to create clear, specific, technical programs and projects that actually provide basic life necessities to people as so that is good. And as far as the life support groups that we're creating, the first step is the buddy team. And the first step for that would be the two of you guys. I think that's you, Abdul. You're kind of breathing really heavy into the microphone. Okay. So the two of you guys would be buddies, and we want to make sure we're sharing your guys' contact information with each other, which we'll do afterwards. Let's see here. From there, we're creating the group teams. And these are teams of individuals, up to like 10 or so, where people can actually help and support each other accomplish their goals in life. And then people can have their own volunteer support teams, which actually support you in your own personal goals. So the key thing to understand here about our life support groups is that, through buddy teams, group teams, and volunteer teams, we are able to help people with their personal lives that can sometimes get in the way from being able to help the community movements. And that's really part of it, is networking through people's lives as opposed to just the organizations and representation. So I think that's good to mention for the life support. So I'm going to read this last part here again. So you're assistant for accountant for a couple of years. That your father died when you were 6. That you do remember him some, but that's pretty difficult. Then you come from a village, you're struggling day to day, and without struggling life, there's nothing really like that. It's true. We're all on our own spiritual paths, and sharing is excellent. So is there anything else you guys would like to say, or are you guys ready to take a break?
Okay.
Yes.
After a short break.
Great. Is that you, Mohammed? Was that you talking? I think that was Abdul.
You listening me?
Oh no, that's you, Mohammed. Yeah, I can hear you again. Yay.
You okay? That's good.
Nice.
You take some water.
Yeah,
You should take some water.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but in the meantime, we'll take like a 5-10 minute break here, and I'm also going to work on. So you can also vote here as well. So
Okay.
take a few minutes. You guys can also talk as needed, but I will be right back. Okay. thing recording.
Okay, in
And
the short break.
if you guys have any more you want to share about your personal lives, you can do that right at the beginning when we get back.
Okay,
Cool.
that's okay.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
আব্দুল,
ইয়েস,
তুমি কোথা থেকে বলতেছো?
আমি খুলনা থেকে।
খুলনা।
জি, আপনি কোথা
আচ্ছা,
থেকে বলছেন?
আমি ঢাকা থেকে।
ও আচ্ছা আচ্ছা।
পড়াশোনা কোথায়?
পড়াশোনা কুয়েটে, খুলনা। এখনো পড়তেছি।
কুয়েট।
হ্যাঁ।
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা আচ্ছা। কুয়েটের তো আমাদের ফ্রেন্ড আছে, বের হয়ে গেছে অনেক আগ থেকে, অনেক আগে।
আপনার হচ্ছে ইন্টার পাস করছেন কত সালে?
আমি 7-এ পড়ছি।
ইন্টার 7-এ?
ইন্টার নয়, আমার ইন্টার নয়, এসএসসির সাথে।
ও আচ্ছা আচ্ছা। হ্যাঁ, আমি তো তাহলে আপনার থেকে বেশ অনেক জুনিয়র।
কিন্তু
আমরা
এটা
হচ্ছে
এখন নাকি
11 ব্যাচ। আমাদের আগে হচ্ছে যে আপনারা তাহলে এক ব্যাচ, মানে আপনাদের আগে 10, আমরা মেইনলি হচ্ছে ইন্টার পাস করছি 11-এ।
ও আচ্ছা। তো কি খবর তোমার? এটা কাজ বুঝতেছো কিছু?
হ্যাঁ, মোটামুটি বুঝতেছি। আসলে এটা একটা কমিউনিটি তো,
হ্যাঁ, সেটাই।
ইংরেজিরা বলতেছে যে হচ্ছে এই সম্পর্কে আর কি, মানে বলা আর কি, তাই তো?
ওই যে ভোট করতে হবে আর কি, এগুলো নিয়ে যে আমাদের চারপাশে অবস্থান কিরকম আছে না আছে, এগুলো দেখে ভোট
হ্যাঁ।
করতে হবে।
ও আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, মানে জলবায়ু পরিবর্তন বা এই বেশ কয়েকটা আছে দেখলাম, পশু
হ্যাঁ,
অধিকার, তারপর
রাজনৈতিক। আমি আমি
হ্যাঁ
পড়ি নাই, আমি ওইভাবে করি না। আমার এখানে ওই যে এক্সটেনশনটা অ্যাড হচ্ছে না, গুগল এক্সটেনশন অ্যাড
গুগলে
হচ্ছে
যে
না।
ওখান থেকে ডিরেক্টলি পাওয়া যাবে, কিন্তু
হ্যাঁ,
যেগুলো
ডিরেক্ট
হচ্ছে
দিলে তো আসবে।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, এখানে বলছে যে বেশ কয়েকটা যা পরিবেশ জলবায়ু এই সম্পর্কে, তারপরে প্রেম, এন্টি নির্জনতা বা এন্টি গ্লোবাল এলিট, পশু অধিকার, এই জিনিসগুলো সম্পর্কে আর কি করতে হবে। সঙ্গীত ও শিল্পকলা, স্বাস্থ্য ও সুখ, জনগণের দ্বারা জনগণের আদালত আইন, এই জিনিসগুলা।
হুম। এখন এটার পেমেন্টটা কিভাবে হবে বুঝতেছি না।
কিন্তু বলেই দিছে যে
হ্যাঁ, সেটা বুঝলাম। পেপাল
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ।
পেপালের কথা
হুম।
বলবো।
তো উনি
দেখি।
আমরা পেপালের কথা
বলো।
হ্যাঁ, পেপালের কথা না বলে আমরা হচ্ছে আপনার যে অ্যাকাউন্ট আছে ওই অ্যাকাউন্ট বললে উনি হয়তো অ্যাড করে দিবে।
আমার পেওনিও
আমার
আছে।
যতটুকু পেওনে আছে।
হুম।
ও, আমার কাছে স্কিল আছে, সমস্যা নাই। তো আমার যেটা মনে হইতেছে যে ইনি, মানে আমরা যেটা বলবো আর কি সেটা করবে, অনেক ফ্রেন্ডলি মনে হইতেছে।
সেটা তো মনে হচ্ছে, কারণ হচ্ছে তো এটা নন প্রফিটেড অর্গানাইজেশন তো। উনি এইভাবে
হুম।
কাজ করছে, আর উনি অক্সফোর্ড থেকে পড়াশোনা করছে ওইভাবে, মানে ওই ওই ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ডটা বললো না, ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ডে
হ্যাঁ
যখন
হ্যাঁ।
বললাম বুঝলাম আর কি। আচ্ছা,
হুম।
তোমার স্কাইপ আইডিটা আমাকে বলো তো, তুমি তো আমার সাথে কানেক্টেড না।
ও আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, আমার নাম হচ্ছে মান্নান ডট কুয়েট।
স্পেলিং MANNAN।
MANNAN
হ্যাঁ, ডট।
ডট কুয়েট, KUET।
পেয়ে গেছি। আমি তোমাকে দেখতেছিলাম ইয়ের মধ্যে, যে মাঝে মধ্যে তোমার ওইখানে একটা সাউন্ড হচ্ছিল।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, আমি
হ্যাঁ,
ম্যাক্সিমাম তো
সাউন্ড হচ্ছিল।
সেই কথা বলছি আর কি।
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, তাহলে একটু ওয়াশরুম থেকে আসি, হ্যাঁ।
আচ্ছা, ওকে।
ওকে।
হুম।
Just a minute. Just a minute.
Yeah, take your time.
I'm taking some food.
What did you say?
Taking some food.
Gain some forward. Oh, break is crucial. Very important. um, let's see.
Feeling better. Really feeling better. You are a very supportive one. I can believe this.
I'll do what I can. Right. Yeah, we definitely do our. When we come back from break and the such, we do. Our check-in again to see how we're all feeling. And keep track of it. So, like, if we all drop down, because after meeting for 4 hours, it's the point where it's just, we're just not feeling well. So we try to track that. So right now, I'm about the same. Maybe a 7.3. I'm a little less than I was before. I think before I was a 7.5. Yeah. So I dropped down a little bit. How are you feeling, Abdul and Mohammed? Between 1 to 9. Could be your your focus, your awakeness.
No, I feel better. So increase, not decrease. I feel
Well, last
better.
time you said a 6, so maybe last time you were 5, so maybe a 6 this time, or
7. Okay, 7.
this is Mohammed. Mohammed
Yes,
said
7. Yes.
5 last time, so now you're 7.
Yes.
I know that was Abdul. Abdul, are you back, or?
Yes, I back.
And how are you feeling?
Very nice.
Say again.
Yes.
Very nice. He feel better.
He feels better. Yeah, that's good. And how much do you feel between a 1 and 9?
9.
A 9?
Or
Yes.
6 or 7.
Let's do 7. We'll all do our 7. That's good. All right. Cool. So we can continue on our backgrounds. If you guys had anything else you wanted to say about your background. Or not. I mean, we're ready to move on to. It's just wanted. If you guys had anything else you wanted to say, Mohammed, did you want to add anything?
Yes.
Okay, go for it. So this would be, adding into you know, how you're feeling, what your goals are in life, what you could use help with, your background, your skills, you know, anything you want to say. But we don't take too long. You probably have a few minutes. Mohammed,
Yes.
are you typing, or you can just speak? We can hear you now.
Okay. Actually, goal, it is big things. Actually, I am on bank job. You know, bank job.
A paying
It is
job.
my bank job. Bank job.
Paying job. You're looking for a paying job.
Yes. It is my first choice.
Yeah.
First choice.
We're definitely down to help people find jobs, but we don't really have a lot of money for jobs, but we can fundraise and then we can create jobs. We can do small gigs. But yeah, keep going. What else are you trying to do, or what kind of job are you looking for?
Excuse me, I'm not understand. Please again.
Oh, keep going. What kind of job are you looking for, or other goals?
No, administrative support, supportive work,
Cool.
Managerial work, etc. Actually, I'm involved many social organization like club.
What was it called again?
Interested in finding paying job. Interested in finding.
I'm just writing notes for you.
Yes.
What organization do you say you're part of?
Organization.
You said you were working with a group?
No, still
A student?
working with an organization called Bangladesh Idol. That is BANGALADESH. Bangladesh Ideal College.
Idea College?
Ideal College, yes.
Cool.
Assistant accountant.
I think I got some of that already. Up here. Assistant accountant?
Yes.
Is there anything else you want to add, or are you good?
Okay, that's enough.
Cool. Yeah, so if you have other things, you can always add to your background and such. And
Okay.
Abdul, did you have anything you wanted to add?
Yes.
Would you like to add anything to your background real quick? You just have another minute or two.
I don't understand. Please tell me again.
Anything else about your life that you'd like to add?
আব্দুল তোমার হচ্ছে যে ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ড তুমি কি হইতে চাও কি করতে চাও হ্যাঁ সেটা বলতেছো
I want to be an industrial engineer because I completed IP engineer in Kuwait. So I want to be an industrial engineer in Bangladesh.
Cool. Great. Okay. Well, let's move on. It's really great to have both you guys here, and we'll see how we can evolve in the future, collaborating together. The next. And by the way, we are going to be creating budgets and funding a multitude of languages, and we are going to be doing a lot of translating. So what you did right there in translating is really good. We're going to be doing a lot of that in the future. But the primary languages we'll probably be doing is Hindi,
and Chinese, Spanish, and so Bengali is in the top like 5 or 10 though. So it's going to be good when we get whole entire networks in other languages, and each language is autonomously or semi-autonomous. So
I am
yeah,
actually I am speak averagely Hindi.
a little Hindi too. Great, great. And you guys should eventually you'll be able to connect some more with Zilu, and Zilu is also in Bangladesh too, and he also speaks Hindi and some other languages. Excellent. But first, our priority is fundraising. So let's see here. So you guys should be. So the two main tasks that we want to go over here right now for you guys specifically, because we're kind of in the middle session here. Hopefully we can get some people for the Earth session, but we shouldn't count on it. So we want you to do this particular. So this is the actual, what do you call it? The Jason. After my break, too much food. So this is the series elections, right? So you can do the series elections, and you can translate this into
Bengali.
Let's see if it works. Translate please. Translate to Bengali. Yeah. So you guys need to be doing this because this is important for documenting our responses and actually prioritizing our goals. And then the other thing I want to make sure we can do for future purposes as well is we want to make sure that you guys are able to type on this document right here. So this is the Ceres Session pad. And we also can use a doc, but we want to make sure both of you guys are on this pad and are able to, so tasks, let's go here, tasks. Right, do Muhammad and okay, so both of you guys are on here. So if you go to the bottom down here, you can test type. Are you able to type here?
Yes. I'm able to write.
Okay, so yeah, just go ahead and write some here on the bottom, and we'll see if I can see. Oh, by the way, if you ever need to do breaks specifically for you just let me know, no problem. So, oh, there we go. See someone typing. Excellent. That was. So that was Abdul. So Abdul, you were typing, and how about you, Muhammad? Are you able to type?
Yes, sir.
Well, yeah, go ahead and give it a try. Just go ahead and type directly on the pad. You are typing. Yeah. You're typing at the bottom. It says that you were disconnected. So you tried reconnecting. To reconnect the code, you just refresh.
I am connected.
Yeah, so it says only Abdul is on here. I'm connected. Okay, so is that you're typing now. Excellent. Okay. So yeah, so you guys can practice over the time. This is the main place to take notes and help do that. So let's go back to our agenda here. So this is done. This is done.
This is my peer time.
Say it one more time.
Peer time.
Fair time. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So if you guys need to schedule certain things or like let us know about the timing, that's perfectly fine. So if you need to do it at the correct time, you're welcome to take a break. Whenever you need to. We probably should have breaked a little later than we did. So yeah, just if you need to take a break, that's fine. Is that
No, just stay after when needed. I'm inform you.
cool? Yeah, yeah. But well, for future reference, either let us know the timing so that we can get it there, or you can just help out as needed.
Thank you for consider.
Oh yeah, yeah, no problem. Everyone's got their things. So let's do it right now. So get rid of the colors. Okay, so now we wanted to go through the terms of involvement. So everybody who is getting involved with the Unity Network in our sessions, we ask people to approve our methodology. The easiest way to think about it is like when you go to a website and you sign up for a service, you click on the terms of use button. And so the terms of involvement button are simply like the terms of expectation that people would be involved in our network on. And the primary purpose of this is creating a methodology that makes sure that people in our processes are as open, transparent, interactive, as empowering as possible. And I'll say it again to go a little slower and smoother.
I'm not used to about your native language, so please keep
Yeah,
slow.
no problem. It's this particular session is a fluent English session where we're trying to add on some Globish and slower, simpler language. Obviously, in the future, we'll have entire sessions that are Globish and are much.
Govish.
So let's see, where was I? So the purpose of the Unity methodology and people agreeing to it, the purpose of agreeing is to make sure that that our systems are open as possible, transparent as possible, interactive, and empowering as possible. So that's why we have people do it. Our structure is a nodular, holographic, hetarchy. We're about multi-strategic global organizing model. So for people who aren't interested in this particular methodology and organizing model, you don't need to be involved with what we're doing, but we invite people from all different types of strategic systems to collaborate together. But we utilize our methodology for that. So the different components of the methodology are within the comprehensive plan, which I mentioned before. We have a whole variety of guiding documents. We have many different policies, and then we have our structures and decision making and our governance. Our decision making is pretty simple. You've already been experiencing it somewhat. It's basically the 1 to 9. This is our decision making model. 1 through 3 is no. Different levels of no. 4, 5, and 6 are basically abstentions. 6 would be a positive assumption. So 6, 7, and 8 are all yeses. 7 would be a typical, just a simple yes going along with it. 8 would be a supportive yes. They're really excited about it. And a 9 is congruency. It means it goes beyond yourself. You're congruent with all beings. And so you're voting for other people. So that's basically our decision-making model. So right now what I want you guys to do is to vote on the methodology. There's 2 ways of doing this. 1, we're just going to do it verbally. And 2, there's also a link here where you can actually vote on the methodology and the terms of involvement with the community and Unity networks. So I'm going to vote an 8. I'm pretty happy with them. My name is Jay. Comments, questions, happy faith, code, 5, 6, double click. So boom, I just voted for the terms of involvement. All right, so submit another response. We should be able to see the responses. Let me fix that. Let's see here. So if I go to here. So let's start with you, Mohammed. So you want to vote from 0 to 9 on the terms of involvement and how you feel about them. Mohammed or Abdul, you guys still there?
Yes, I'm.
So do you have any questions about the terms of involvement? Why would it happen? If you want to vote, so it would be 0 to 9.
Jay?
Yeah. Do you guys have any questions about the terms of involvement?
Something, but actually.
So we just want to vote on them between 0 and 9. Okay, so this is vote.
Vote terms.
Hey, Mohammed, do you understand the terms of involvement?
Yes, yes, I'm understood nicely, but 6.5.
Cool. Well, Abdul is going to be an 8 as well. Abdul, whoops. Eight. Yeah, so
Yes.
6.5 is still good enough to move forward. You know, basically, the general concept of the terms of involvement are that you know, it's only active while we're involved in a session with the Unity network, and people can create their own sessions within our open sessions that are not under the fine. So, but anyways, obviously you don't know much about them, and over time you'll learn more. Not to worry.
Yes. Yes, I'm study about this project.
Well, you know, don't worry about studying
more.
too much. You can look at it now, but you know, after the call, we don't need to worry too much about it. You'll get over time, you'll learn more.
Yes,
but it's
yes.
like the terms of service, it's kind of like that sort of thing, and we'll obviously go over it. So one of the key components of our methodology is the strategy. And so I'm going to go really quickly over the basic strategic modeling.
Reconnected now.
I think
I'm
it's my internet.
connected.
No. Oh well.
I study yoga, and also I study many different types of spiritual texts. But technically, I would be so I'm into spirituality and in general, uniscience. You know, the idea of uniting spirituality with science and other types of spiritual texts. But I am within the Bhakti Yoga consciousness, and I have the guru give me the name Jayadvaita Das, and so technically I'd be part of the Hindu consciousness. But I'm open to all systems of spirituality. So this happens sometimes. We do have a backup system. I go to what is called wctc/doc. Our backup doc.
WCTC dot WCTC
Yeah,
doc.
I don't even know if I'm connected to the internet right now. Let me see here. Google. My computer is definitely not very happy. That's good.
Need some rest.
All right. So here's the backup doc. All right, and this one's working again. Cool. All right, so this is exciting. So I was going to write here, this is the terms. So this is our strategy questionnaire. So I'm going to quickly go over the strategy questionnaire, and then we can move on from that. So this is something that you guys don't really need to do, but it's good for people to know about. The idea is to understand systems, and we're creating a strategy coalition so that different people are able to collaborate. This is everything from violence to non-violence, secret to transparent, illegal versus legal, money versus no money, non-political, political, outside the local and global. Obviously, we're doing global right now. We only want to work on local activities, which is okay. Individual versus large group. Anyway, so these are some of the specific systems that we're working with. So we don't need to worry about this for now, but as we get involved, it'll become more. Review. I'll go through and then we'll make sure we're in agreement on the agenda. So we're going to go over the comprehensive plan and our priorities for the first phase plan. This might be most of what we do for each session.
Our priorities.
And these are this is the
round of voting.
Cool. All right. So there, I'll go over the comprehensive plan. So the general idea, and I'll actually go a little more close to it. Network here. So the idea of the Unity network is as such. The foundation of the network is Unity theory, right? Which is basically the concept that sometimes the only way to fix challenges is through multiple different group organizations. There's a lot of different reasons for this, but basically another component comes in is different worldviews and empowering people's different worldviews and holographic. I know some of that's complicated. Then we have unity, empowerment, and education. This has to do with training, neutrality, uniscience, and also spiritual documents and things like that. And then the other, and then the Unity itself is where we're uniting for all people's rights. The Unity, excuse me, the Unity network itself and the Unity network are the implementation of Unity theory, the education of Unity theory, and then the other component is what is called the comprehensive plan is the documentation of Unity theory. So even if the network completely fails and we don't actually have resources and funding to support it, we still want to document our vision and our methodologies and systems and actually share that with the world. And that is what the comprehensive plan is. So the comprehensive plan is currently as a preliminary rough draft, but eventually the goal is to be a fully published book that we will be publishing globally in many languages. So the primary component is, there's the novel, which is a visual picture of what it would be to implement Unity theory. The idea and projects comes directly from the community elections, and then you have the methodology. So those are the three components of the comprehensive plan. There's not really a lot to show you here, but you can just see how you have all the different ideas. They're all prioritized based on the electoral system of voting. So, are there any questions about the comprehensive plan?
No.
In the planning process, you did? Okay. So then the next thing is the series plan is basically this round of the comprehensive plan. It's for the next 2 years. The comprehensive plan is definitely, there's no timeline. It just includes everything. So the series plan is sort of like, focusing down for the next 2 years. And you can see here, this would be the Islamic calendar. We have the Gregorian calendar until April 2018. This is the Chinese calendar, and this is the Jewish calendar here. The calendar that we go by is the Sailing calendar. This is based on a luni-solar calendar as well, but it's a little different. So this particular plan, the series plan, is what we're trying to prioritize now. So the first step would be to just vote on it overall. And so I'll do a quick overview of it, and then we want to make sure we get the voting done. And then we go through section by section. We'll go up to the priorities. Okay? So overall, the series plan consists of the introduction, overall priorities, vision and goals, assets and resources, our budgeting, projects and ideas, our planning, prevented activities template, and other general brainstorms and ideas. So one question is our table of contents good? Do you like the overall plan in its general concept? And obviously, you haven't had time to go through it in detail, but we'll go through section by section if you guys are okay. So, whoops. Go back here. Okay, so that would be the general idea for the planning. Going over section by section, finishing up priorities, and then we want to also vote. So I'm not going to vote on the comprehensive plan, but we're going to vote on we might look into the next, in 2 years, what the series plan would look like. It will be synced with the Saturn cycle. Top priorities. From there, this would be fundraising, outreach, marketing, getting recruitment, getting more people involved. That's what FORMAP is. And then we have sponsorship, parallel government projects. We can go over as well. So, does this look like a good agenda? Does that look? Are you guys okay with the agenda?
Agenda is the pre-plan or forthcoming meeting.
For the next meeting, yeah, that will come
Yes.
in the wrap up, and that's right here. So here are all of our next sessions. So we need to do scheduling, but we can add that in here as well. So this would be, we want to do worker coordination of upcoming sessions, task pads, reports, etc. etc. Cool. So this might take 30 minutes.
I'm a student of management, so I have basic knowledge about this.
Great. Cool. So that looks good. Is there any other topics that we would want to discuss today that we should add to the agenda?
Okay, when is my sense I'm feeling about.
Yeah, we can always get into more detail as needed. So we did agenda review. So you guys okay with the agenda as it exists now? Yes. Abdul, yes. Okay. So good. Oops. Already. So now we go into topics, and we're doing planning. So start the series plan. Already went open. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to vote on the series plan overall. Vote on series plan overall. This would be 0 to 9. I'm going to give it a maybe like a
10?
3. Okay. We can't vote at 10. And 9 is the highest vote.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I mean the series plan is not done yet. That's why I'm not giving it 7 or 7.3 for now. But how would you like to vote, Mohammed?
7.
7. And Abdul?
8.5.
8.5. Okay, so that was just like overall for beginning. And so now we're going to a section. So the table of contents obviously is not perfect, but do you guys have any additions or questions or anything for the table of contents? Okay. So the only thing I'll mention is that we might want to add a fundraising plan or a marketing plan, but we're not going to worry about that for now. That might just come into the different projects and ideas.
Research yourself.
Yes. So the introduction is basically looking at that we're a local network. We organize globally, but we empower locally, right? So our goal is to empower local communities to interconnect globally. We're trying to synchronize with natural cycles. So the cycle happens every 2 years. So we talk about that in here. We talk about the foundational methodologies are based on democratic systems, science, and implementing fractal mathematics into social systems. So we're trying to use natural systems to create balance and harmony with society. So a lot of this hasn't been done yet. We use fractal mathematics a lot in almost everything else. So that would include all types of digital engineering, including or mostly using animation. So animation is completely done with fractal mathematics. It's also used in all different types of physics and understanding natural systems, sustainability. But for whatever reason, we don't use fractals in our natural systems or fractal understanding within social dynamics, within political dynamics, or any sort of concept with our communities. So that is the primary context of applying sustainability, applying natural systems to our social communications and decision-making models. The other reason why we use the natural cycles is that they all happen at different times of day, You can see this very easily here since we're talking about our scheduling in a bit. If I go to the time cycles, this has all of our sessions for the 2016. Right now we're on the Ceres and Earth session, and you can basically the different. There's the Americas, there's the Pacific Triad. These ones have the different times of day, but you can see how the time of day is always random and different based on the actual cycles that happen. Besides those, we ellipse. There's the total solar eclipses, the Venus, the spring equinoxes, and solstices.
March 20.
Yeah, so you can kind of see here how and why we use the natural cycles. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked here. Getting back to the actual plan. Where is it? It's the plan. Okay. So anyway, so that it kind of covers our basic cycles. We might want to link here. Question mark link to. You can also see our calendar on our website, which is always good to plug. So this would be the Unity Network website, and it's unitynet.info for now. We also have a bunch of other websites. And our calendars will linked in all different sorts of time. Your guys' would be the old half time, which is
6 GMT 6.
Yeah, +6. And we will be getting all the other ones. I haven't gotten around to it yet, but that's something that we need to do. Eventually we'll have our calendar. But usually we use UTC, Global Coordinated Time, and we also use our percentage moon time because we do everything based on a lunar time calendar. So you can see where we are now. Right here, here's the Ceres session. And then the next, we do the new moons, which is the beginning of the month for us, which synchronizes with the Islamic calendar, a lot of other calendars. So this little session here, there's also a session, there's a total solar eclipse in March. But I don't know why I should worry about that. Let's see, February, March. So we have March 9th here. There's another new moon, so that's going to be a session here, and then we have the Venus session, the Mercury session. So basically, not a lot going on in February, but then the next kind of major things are going on all in March, end of March. Back to the session. So the Ceres plan is part of the comprehensive plan. The Ceres plan is part of our pre-launch, so we're definitely not done with this yet. We still have a lot of growing of our resources. The purpose of planning is to help us create a vision, right? So that we know where we want to be at the end of the plan. This will be in 2 years for the Ceres plan. But we don't necessarily need to follow exactly. It's like a blueprint. You know, we can always change things and use it as a guide. We're exclusively functioning in English right now, but eventually we want to be in many languages. Hopefully in 2 years we are. Unity Network goals, setting out to accomplish a great resource, so people can donate right here. So that's our introduction section. How does that sound to you guys? Do you guys feel that the introduction is good? Does it need some work? Yeah, do you guys have any comments on the introduction or want to vote on it?
Seven.
And who was that? Was that Abdul? Or Muhammad?
Yes. 7.5.
So Mohammed, what was yours? 7.
7.
And Abdul, 7.5.
Yes.
Okay, so we like the introduction. That's good. Next. All right. So next is our overall priorities. So this is where we need to finish up our round 2 voting. The main sections we have for our top priorities is the community priorities. This is all of the movements. Our community network is the overlap between the Unity and the community. some of our main projects. We have our top Unity priorities and our top internal network priorities. So let's take a moment to see if we can finish this up here and then go from there. So I'm going to finish voting real quick. So and then you guys should also be voting as well. And this would be using the, you can vote via the Google Translate if you'd rather do that. Or you can vote in English too. And if you have any questions, let me know. And while we're going through this, I might talk a little bit about them. I think economic quality, social justice, civil rights are pretty basic, understood. Emergency leave, disasters, money is not free speech. One thing of the emergency relief, like the last really big disaster was in Haiti, and we really didn't do a very good job. We kind of like sort of evacuated people more from Haiti, so and they're also still trying to rebuild. Money is free, not free speech campaign is a big one.
Excuse me, please.
Yeah.
Anti-nuclear, brief, please.
This would be nuclear power is using radioactive resources, and so it's also getting rid of nuclear weapons.
I know that.
I like the animal rights one for the orcas and the whales need a lot of help right now. Yeah, definitely just vote based on your own ideas.
Che.
Yep.
Are you there?
Yeah. Yeah. What's up? Did you have a question, or were you done?
No, I'm just taking.
Okay. Yeah. Just let me know when you guys are done, and take your time on it. Hopefully, when we're done with this, we'll be able to do the priorities. And we had another person vote, so we should have at least 3 or 4 of us voting, which is enough to at least get a first draft done.
Can I take this test another time?
You mean to finish it up later?
Yes, finish half.
Well, you need to finish it now. As far as like during this 4 hours is when you're hired to do it. So in the future, I can't guarantee that we would pay you to do it.
Okay.
But what you can do is that you can just do as much as you feel comfortable with now, and if you're ready to stop, you can stop. Because the way that the elections work is that the items at the beginning are the most applicable to everybody, and then as you get more deeper into the internal questions of the Unity network, you would know less about them. So you can stop at any time. You're not required to answer every question. So you can skip anything you want and stop whenever you want. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have to finish the whole thing.
Yes.
But do let me know when you guys are when you're done. guys still doing good? You guys still doing good? Are you almost done, or how's it going?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you guys almost done, or how's it going?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Almost done.
Almost done.
Excellent. Yeah, just let me know.
হ্যাঁ যে completed class.
Excellent. Great. How's it coming, Mohammed?
It's incredible.
I know it's a lot of questions. And this is
Yes.
already the reduced. This is round 2. Round 1 had even more. But just do your best. Just let us know when you're done. You know, you don't have to finish all of them. You can skip any question you want.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Ceres community literature round 2.
Round 2.
Mohammed, were you almost done or what?
No, I'm just checking.
Okay.
Some problem.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm taking, please, real documents, democracy now, rights of all movements. But it's repeat.
It's repeating?
Yes.
Huh. Well, I'm not sure about that. It's possible to go back through your questions if you click a button that says, you know, that you need to review. So, I don't know, just try submitting and see what happens.
Same question.
Yeah, just try to skip it and go on and then try submitting. You can always submit more than once and you can change your questions after you submit.
Okay. This is the same question. Jay?
Yep.
Round 2, this is the same question.
Mm-hmm. So if you want to share your screen, you can. Otherwise, just submit, and we'll just see what comes out in the results and not worry about it too much. It says here we have 4 responses, and you guys didn't put your name in, so we're not sure who responded to what. And it looks like we still only have 2 responses voting. Oh, here we go. 3, 4. Excellent. Okay, cool. All right, good. All right, so it looks pretty good. Looks like we got answers for most of these. So let me go ahead and finalize some of the results here. It's pretty quick. Okay, maybe one more time so I don't forget. Round 2. So this is where we start getting into some of the business dynamics of accounting. So all of our accounting we do very similarly for there's financial accounting, but then we also have voting accounting. We do massive amounts of tracking of all of the different votes that we do. So I'm going to go over that a little bit here. Most of it's all in spreadsheets. See, this series election has the responses here. I'm not sure why round 2 doesn't have responses. I'm a little worried about that. Let's see here. So, okay. First one regards line confirmed first. Thanks. No responses will not be missed. Okay. Right. Let's see here. Okay. These are just all the forms. Let me try to go to responses. Okay. Oh, here we go. I think I can click on this. Create spreadsheet. Create spreadsheet. Select existing spreadsheet. Create. Alright, so now I know how to create the spreadsheet here. This has the 4 things, this has our things, boom, boom, boom. Alright, we are good to go. So the way that this works is we take, let me get this one here. We have 3 different voting models here. Copy, series election, paste. The total points is the sum of all the points. That's good. Average points is the average number of points. And then the percentage is divided by 10. The percentage of points that we get. And we should be able to go through this pretty quickly. We just track it along here all the way down to the end. And it should do all of them automatically.
Yes. I'm good at spreadsheet.
Yes. So anything above pretty much like 80%, we're going to go ahead and mark down at this point. So this is real democracy now. Take to the streets. 16 points, 8 average, 80%. Yes. So this is where you guys could actually start helping if you wanted to. So this is going to be directly in the series. This is the new one, round 2 responses. This is not needed right now. This is earlier. All right, cool. So I'm going to go on the series election. This is community things. This is real democracy is 80%. I think it was 16 points. 16 points. Whoops.
16 points.
All right, so this one's 17 points. Unity is 17 points. Here it's 17 points, which is 85%. All right, 65, 65, 80. So this is Umbrella Truth Movement. 16 points, 80%. 57, 57, 57, 60, 70, 70, 70, 70, 73, 83. So this is Project Ambassador, 25 points. Right here. 25 points. And this is 83.
Taking 2 minutes, please.
Yeah, take a minute, no problem. 83, 76, 76, 76, 80. Unity Day, 50%. 24 points. 24 points. This is Unity Fundraising, 80%.
80%.
Oh, also I can make sure you guys have access to this. So share link, can edit, copy, done. I'm going to put this into the today's pad. So right now we are doing outcomes of the election. So it's Unity Fundraising, 80% recruitment, 24 points. It looks like it fit. All right.
Hi, Jay.
Hi. So you can see here where we're making the top priorities here.
Yes.
And so we have priorities by points as well as non-points. So there's a there's a tie.
This is a local language.
It's okay. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think we should do Unity Day or Unity fundraising? I would say Unity Day. Let's do Unity Day as number 6. This would be number 7. And then we have recruitment as our top internal. And that'll be number 8. Okay, so this could definitely change. But that at least gives us a basic context of our top priorities for the different sections. So this is the top priorities based on points. This is the top priority based on percentage. You guys are welcome to vote again if you want to try, Mohammed, if your first voting didn't work very well. Double checking here real quick. Cool, and like we'll see if more people vote again in the future.
Yes.
So the next question would be if we support these top priorities.
Okay.
All right. So the question would be, do we support the overall priorities? I think this is number 1 through 7. Number 1, 2, number 7. Okay. I'm going to say that it's going to be a 7. Still would love to get more people voting. So Mohammed and Abdul, you guys can vote.
I'm 7.
7, okay. So who was that, Abdul or Mohammed? Who was that? Was that you, Abdul, or is that Mohammed?
Muhammad.
Cool. And Abdul, are you still there? Do you want to vote?
Yes. I'm also 7.
You're also 7. Okay.
Lucky 7.
All right. So it would be good to get more people to vote on that, but at least we have it pretty established. There is a tie here, so hopefully that gets broken. But other than that, everything is pretty done. Just good. All right. So vision and goals. So this part's kind of fun because we can be a little more broad. Before we do that, I want to double check on our time real quick. Let's see here. Okay, so we're just about to start the last session. This is the Earth Ellipse. So it's time to take another break. So let's go ahead and take another break, and then we're going to be in the last session. How are you guys doing? You guys ready for another round, or you guys want to stop? Mohammed, are you guys doing good?
Actually, after 9 I want to get office.
So you ready to stop? That's fine. Yeah, we got through 2 huge rounds, and we got the priorities done. This was big time.
Yes, actually,
Abdul,
it's time rest.
you be down to stop too? Okay, cool. Well, let's wrap up then. So going to what we're gonna do is we're not gonna take a break. We'll do about 15 more minutes to wrap everything up, and then we'll be good to go. That sound good, everyone?
Okay, thanks.
That sound good? Okay, cool. So let's get into the wrap up. Let's see here. So we do wrap up. Is any next steps? So the next steps here would obviously be continue to finalize the plan. The next section is etc. Any other next steps for you guys? PayPal, emails. It would be helpful to have you guys' emails. Let's see what else. Any other next steps that you guys can think of?
Actually, I have Junior.
Say one more time.
Sorry.
Say one more time.
Overtime.
Did you have something you wanted to add? I couldn't hear you.
I have PayPal account.
Oh yeah, we could do PayPal. So just give me your email for PayPal, and
sorry, not PayPal, Junior. This is Pioneer.
What is it called?
Pioneer.
Pioneer?
Yes, Pioneer.
Well, you can write it right here. We could try to figure it out. Otherwise, they can just pay you through the Upwork on Monday. And you would just record your hours, which is perfectly fine. Skrill. Oh, yeah, Skrill. I don't know if we can do Skrill because I'm in the U.S., but it won't be a problem. So that's good. Any other next steps? So this is done. This is done. Okay, I think we're good on next step. So tasks are good. Obviously, Jay needs to make sure people get paid. And you guys can bug me about it. You should track all your hours anytime you contact me.
No need.
Work sessions as needed. All right. So now we're going to talk about the next work sessions, okay? So this is done. This one we're going to, we're stopping. Okay, so Monday, Payoneer. Payoneer. Okay. I'll look into it. It might be possible. Payoneer. And I also do Payza. We do Payza a lot too. All right. What's next? So there's January 8th and January 10th.
Yes.
I'm gonna look at this real quick and see if you guys might be interested in those times. So. So Mercury is at 11:30 p.m. on Friday.
11:30 p.m.
Okay.
This is your time this is Bangladesh time. And this is 11:30 p.m. on Friday. Are either of you guys interested in that?
Friday is not a day.
Yeah, it's not a good day?
Not off day. My off day.
It's your off day.
Yes. Holiday.
Abdul, would you be interested in Friday at 11:30? No. Okay. Well, you guys can consider that. The other day is 7 a.m. on Sunday.
No. Friday is the best.
Friday would be better for you?
Yes.
Okay, well, you can consider it and just get back to me. Abdul, are you interested in Sunday at 7 a.m. at all? Okay, well, no worries. So you guys get back to me on those. Let's look at...
তুমি কবে সুবিধা হবে কাজ করতে সেটা বলো যাকে বলো
মোহাম্মদ ভাই হ্যাঁ, আমি বলছি যে শুক্রবার তো 11টা থেকে তো নামাজ আছে না?
Oh, this is your time. Friday.
Okay, well, you guys can let me know by message if you guys want to do either the Friday.
Yes. We are about more details.
You definitely want to do Friday?
Talk about later more details.
Okay, well, if you guys want to do it, well, we can tentatively schedule, and then if you guys on Thursday, Wednesday, we can check in and finalize, and that'll work, and we'll get you paid on Monday and stuff like that. Okay, so anyways, I wanted to check really quick for when we go out all the way to this is going to be March, right? So in March is the next big session. So there's a couple. There's the new moon.
Yes.
On Monday, the 8th of February. We'll start Friday after 2:30 p.m. Well, it would be at 11 p.m. So it's already set the time. It's at 11 p.m.
Set by default.
And this is Bangladesh time. We may be able to just check in and do some more training. There are also training options for the Unity. There's a Unity, what's it called? The Unity hotline. But anyway, so we're not going to worry about that. So the other times is February. There's a February on the 8th. And then there's also the 8th of March. Actually, that's not going to be right, is it? Anyway, so the Venus is the big one. So are you guys interested in the Venus? To do backup on Venus? The Venus session would be basically this is the 20th of March.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So let's put that down. And Abdul, are you interested in the 20th of March? This is the Venus session.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so I would put you guys as backup, and then we will get, as we get closer, we finalize the scheduling a month in advance. So Abdul and Mohammed backup session finalized in February. Cool. All right. So that at least gets the big ones done. Just to let you guys know, there are other levels for the, but primarily what we need people for is the asynchronous sessions. But we also have some of the other types of sessions, which I'll let you guys know more about. Good on the sessions. Any other questions about the scheduling? Questions? Any other questions about the payments?
No, nothing.
Excellent. Okay. So now we do checkout. So I will start with the checkout. Checkout, Jay. I thought the call went really well. Glad we were able to finalize the priorities, which is really good. I'm excited about the project ambassador being a top priority. Project ambassador being a top priority. Awesome. Also, with that, it is possible that we could do interviews, especially for some of your community leaders in Bangladesh.
Yes.
I might be able to pay you guys to actually do interviews in Bengali. You guys are
Okay,
interested in interviewing people. So that's something we could talk about in the future. And so you would want to think about, like, brainstorm a list of some of the biggest community leaders in the movements in Bangladesh and also in India and other places. So I think that's pretty good for me. Mohammed, do you want to check out just how the call went for you?
Yes.
How'd the call go for you? How'd the session go?
Excuse me, please again.
So to check out is simply to say how the call went for you. Like, did it go well?
Escape.
Yeah. So just like how everything went. We've been talking for almost 2 or 3 hours now, and so it's just a matter of kind of giving a perspective on how it all went for you and what you're interested in. You want to see if Abdul can answer? Abdul, do you want to give the checkout just how everything went for you, what you're looking forward to? Just checking out?
Yes.
It went well?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any component that you like best or could be improved?
Yes.
Was it too long? Okay. Mohammed, did you want to try to check out?
Yes.
How did it go for you? Very nice conversation with Jay. You are very supportive of the things that this conversation is about.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Yes, very nice question. You are very supportive of things in this conversation. Excellent. Perfect. Yeah, and that is a little bit about what we're doing. We do try to model some of this as just conversing. And we're all here just to talk to each other and see if we can create solutions to some of the problems that we see in the world. So one step. But yeah, I think we're done for now. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to leave it running. Thank you, Mohammed. Yeah, I'm going to leave it running. And there's a possibility that Claudia from Peru might get on. So if she gets on, we'll do the last session together. Otherwise, you guys are good to go. Thank you. So I'll talk to you guys in the future. And you can message me on Skype anytime.
Yes. You are excellent person.
Thank you.
See you later. Till then, bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Take care.
Can I call?
Yeah, you guys can get off the call now. It's good.
Bye. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Take care.
Great person. Bye.
Bye. Okay, well, I'm just going to close down here because we are already into the air session, and Claudia or Ben and them didn't make it, which is perfectly fine. But thanks everyone for watching. And just so you guys know, if you want to get more involved, you go to unitynet.info. We have our collaborate button, and you can go through all of our different information here, put your contact info so we can get in touch with you, and your name. And then there's all the different ways of collaborating. You can become a representative. You can nominate someone to represent you. You can get involved in our asynchronous sessions, our real-time sessions just during the day when you're awake, or if you want to do any time of day or night for our global sessions. Our project and org support here. If you guys have a organization or that you need sponsorship for, or just need help with your organization or company, any type of organizational support. Life support teams, if you want to join a life support team to get help with your personal life or your life goals. Volunteer work, if you want to get involved in the Unity Network itself, or the community network. These are services and products that you can purchase to help us fundraise, or you can just give a donation. Yeah, take care, Mohammed. Thanks again. And then legal support, if you guys need help with legal issues, we are starting a legal support group. And there's lots of other things you can do, including project ambassador, if you want to get interviewed for our global interviewing program, to interview people about how to help solve the greatest challenges of our society. So those are the different ways you can collaborate with the Unity Network at this time, or just let us know something else that you want to work on. So that's it. Thank you guys so much, and we will talk again soon. Bye.